Welcome back to Avonside in Christchurch, everyone. Somebody emailed in and said we thought Retreat Road, which is where we are tonight, well recognised in the dark, was underwater. Well, the trucks are actually cleaning it up, but further back down the road as we came in, the water was so deep and there are sinkholes that we actually thought our SUV was going to disappear under it. So yeah, there is still heavy liquefaction flooding back down the street. And so people are moving out of communities like this. September earthquake, lots of liquefaction. The February earthquake, of course, lots of liquefaction and major property disruption, and again liquefaction now. And some people have just had a gutsful and they've moved. They've gone to stay with friends and family. They've gone to flats or something else elsewhere. And then another earthquake, and some of them have moved again. And then yesterday, and unbelievably, some of them are having to move again. One such family is the Battricks. They have had rotten luck throughout this time. Jindy Harper with their story.
Double brick, built like a fortress, not built to withstand an all-out assault from a 7.1. The Battrick family of 7 lived here. Andre and Emma were saving for a place of their own. Though the house in Cornwall Street was deemed habitable after September 4, Andre, Emma and their 2 children moved out.
Bye! See you later!
They went to a safer place, a 2-bedroom unit just around the corner. Marissa, Richard and their daughter Pascal stayed until February came knocking and rocking.
This whole wall is separated.
I mean, it was scary in there.
Yeah,
the February one was scary in there.
No surprises when a red sticker was stuck to the door.
Pascal and I were both sitting at the dining room table. I was due to go to Australia the next day for work, and I was packing a suitcase, luckily. So I had more clothes than anybody else when we moved out. And we moved out by wheelbarrow. Literally, we put our belongings in a wheelbarrow, wheeled them round the corner.
Round the corner to Edgware Road, to Andre and Emma's tiny 2-bedroom unit.
Oh wait, I'm squished.
You're squished.
Squished together for several weeks, in fact, until Mum, Dad and little sis eventually found a flat of their own. And then came yesterday, the 13th, unlucky for some.
We saw fire engines coming down this road and we thought, oh, I wonder what's happened. Oh, I hope it's not at my place. And then they parked outside my driveway and the firemen were walking up and I went, okay. And I walked up and they said, oh, you live in this number? And I said, yes. And they said, come with us.
Emma came home to this. Their microwave oven shook free from its mountings on top of the fridge, fell onto the oven and somehow caused a short circuit. Emma had just baked a loaf and the tea towel she had wrapped it in caught fire. What the fire didn't claim, the earthquake did.
And then yesterday, this happened. So
How do you guys say that and smile at the same time?
I think you have to. I think you just have to laugh, you know.
You couldn't make this stuff up, you know?
Yeah. You just have to smile.
Yeah, we're just kind of rolling with it.
So last night, Emma, Andrew, Marley and Kanye moved back in with their parents, all together again in another 2-bedroom unit.
Packed to the rafters? Yeah, we're the Kiwi version. Yeah.
No way.
You always think that you can't take any more, that this is it, you know, I can't cope with anything else. But somehow, then, you just do. You just do.
As he deals with one disaster after another, Andre says his employers have been incredibly caring and understanding. His boss is Phil Johnson. He featured on our show in March, auctioning his pet boulder, Rocky, which had smashed into his Heathcote home. In this home, much attention and love is being heaped on the youngest generation. They say 2-year-old Marley is not coping well, but Kanye, who is autistic and epileptic, is incredibly in cruise mode.
I said, you make steel out of giving iron a very hard time. Yeah. And we've all stuck by that, you know. If you don't get tested, you don't actually know what you're made of.
It's a great line, Richard. You make steel out of giving iron a very hard time. A good mantra for many of us right now.
Day by day, I think you have to take it. So we'll deal with things today and tomorrow will be a new day.
Jindy Harper, who of course lives in Christchurch and has lived through these earthquakes herself. That is our show for tonight. Tomorrow night we're talking to EQC. If you have any questions you would like us to ask them, please email those questions in. Any questions you would like us to ask EQC. But that is our show for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Ka kite anō, and a very good evening indeed.